In your songs, you're preaching about God.
Yeah.
You talk about family.
Yeah.
You talk about baddies. Okay. Money and grind.
Yeah.
That's the message that's the message that you send in most of these songs.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Swishho.
Swishho.
Green like a god. Ball so hard, I'm never sorry.
Swishho, what initially sparked your interest in music?
My interest in music. My interest in music was always there from like the beginning of me, as a person. My mom was very much into music. She was one of the biggest, songwriter, choreographer, director. If you hear the name Mambo Cards, if you know the name, worked with big artists, Starlet Macheso, Tongai Moyo, The Late, a lot of big names. Even Japres, I was saying, his first ever show, it was with Mambo Cards, So yeah, that's my mom. So I saw like the game from like the beginning with like all the shows, all the choreography, like just sitting down, writing, singing, and I captured that from a young age, and I just been doing music on the side, but now I'm taking it to the main stage,
Okay,
For sure.
interesting.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
Okay. And what is the biggest misconception people have about the music industry?
Biggest misconception. I wouldn't say there's a misconception. I would say every song out there speaks a little bit of truth or encourages a little bit of behavior. You know what I mean? If you're somewhere, let's say in Africa, you're in a safe place, maybe you don't see guns. Some places see guns. You go to other places, they might have guns, so they'll sing about guns. They'll sing about this life. And if they see that, maybe if we sing about girls as well, you know, they can get people on that because people are behaving in that manner. So there's no misconception. That it's the truth that Shirigo, there is that side of the music that speaks that kind of thing, and somehow the music then encourages it, like escalates it to a level that is now like a message being preached, but really it could have been, somewhat the truth and something that feeds to the flesh more than, intellect, just sitting down and trying to learn from a thing, not just as it being music, just to talk about, guns, violence, and ass titties, but it is there, so it is there. So there's no misconception. The music, it is what it is. It's what it is. All music is music. It just depends on what you want to listen to.
Okay.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And what is your favorite part about creating music, from the writing to recording? Which one is your favorite?
Right. Really, the first part that I enjoy is having the picture in my head. Like when you just hear an instrument or sound, something, the picture that just comes to your head, and then you create your own canvas on a instrument, you paint your own picture, but in a way that's enjoyable, in a way that we're actually just like having fun, and at the same time we're just saying something that's real, that's true, and that's the vibe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And where do you find inspiration for your lyrics and beats?
Everyday living, you know, from what I've learned as a child, from conversations, from what we studied, from just my life and other people's lives. You know, it's all us. It's all us, and that music, it's all us. But I just have that thing that when I get on the mic, I just say it better. Swishho.
Okay.
Yeah.
When did you start recording music?
The music, the music recording in itself, I was in my room, and I would say by the age of like grade 4, that's like in 10, maybe going up to 15, I was already writing bars. I had Cubase. There's this software called Cubase that we're using. On that Cubase, recording my tracks, even um, got some music that I would share with my friends, you know, and would go and like have these rap battles sometimes when it's like break time or lunchtime. So since
Okay.
primary, high school, everywhere I've been, if I ain't rap for you, I don't know. We just ain't on that level.
Bam, bop, bada bop, boom, pow.
Okay. Okay. And okay, so I actually started rapping in Zimbabwe, right?
Yeah, in Zimbabwe.
And you mentioned that in your song Ashtown to Lead City.
Yeah, Ashtown
To Lead City. Yeah. So yeah, and you mentioned that back in Ashtown it was you and Juice.
Yeah.
So can you please elaborate why you didn't have a YouTube channel back then, and why you were not able to produce songs, like release songs in Sim?
I live and I learn. When they say who, they be saying my name. Very long. Okay. So back in Zim, me and Deuce, that was a guy that I met later on. I was already doing music, you know, it was just a fusion that sounded amazing. But at the time, my mind wasn't right. Not to say my mind wasn't right, but I didn't have the power to not like be on camera. I was afraid to be like on camera. The music I could do it, but I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna be on camera. You know what I mean? And that essential part of just showing that, look, this is me actually rapping, because a lot of the times people be like, you rap this, and I'll be like, yeah, and then they don't believe me, you know. But now they believe.
Okay. Did you not face any challenges in Sim that made you not actually produce songs or anything?
Yeah, like we used to make the songs on just instrumentals that we would get off YouTube. We didn't have the money to like buy those instrumentals. Money was tight. Money is still tight. You know what I mean? And cost of living keep going up. And so everything was tight. We didn't have that spare. You wouldn't call it spare, but that we didn't have that budget to actually say, look, we have this amount of money, we're gonna make this amount of work and we're gonna put it out. It was all like, we got the music, yeah, we got the music, but when it came to the financial talk, that's when you'd be like, yeah, we're actually like, but what it was is practice.
Okay.
Practice, you know. So right now I'm not starting from scratch. All those years it was practice, and right now feels like the right time.
Okay.
Yeah, it feels like the right time.
That's good.
You think you're a man with a gun in your hand, don't you?
And how did you find your first live performance in England?
Hey, shout out UTM Studios. Shout out UTM. Shout out UTM. Shout out Beck. You know, shout out Beck Red. So I started recording at this studio, UTM Studios, man, and they put me on a show. And the crowd was just amazing. Shout out to everyone who turned up to that show. It was just amazing. The crowd was insane. They were all like, it's like they understood. It's like they understood, you know what I mean? It's like they understood, and that was one of the challenges as well. If you want to add on to the challenges back at home, because we got a chance, shout out to Mr. Lassan. We linked up with like kind of Passion Java, and they told us to speak to JMP, who was like the producer at the time, and they actually said like, all the music is in English. Or is here? I don't really understand what you're saying.
Hi. Okay.
So that was another setback. We went to some of the studios, even in Zim. It's like you get to the receptionist. Andre don't get like they own the place. A flashlight, it will give us virus, all that kind of stuff. So it was very hard to get in those kind of connections. But here it's like they take you in as well. They like, okay, what you working with, what kind of art you got, let's see how we can, and that you can make a masterpiece anytime.
Okay, so you were actually performing your songs which are in English in Shona as well.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part, isn't it?
Yeah, because I ain't gonna let that go. I feel like languages is a skill. I just love languages. If I could like incorporate every language, in fact I will. It's all like I'm picking those pockets. I want to travel everywhere as well. I get to know more languages, and I'll give more languages in the flows as well. That's kind of how Swishho goes. Gotta keep the languages in there, because I do know them, and if you know them, use them.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of people will actually be able to engage as well.
Yeah.
So that's a good starting point.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you said you get inspiration from literally your life as well as other people's lives.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was about to say, if it is about your life.
Yeah.
I've noticed that your songs, in your songs, you're preaching about God.
Yeah.
You talk about family.
Yeah.
You talk about baddies. Okay. Money. And grind.
Yeah.
That's the message that's the message that you send in most of these songs.
Okay.
So, Swishho, are you a hoe?
No, I'm not a hoe. I used to have home mentality. You know what I mean? I used to have that, and we got past that. And another thing that helped with that is God. You know what I mean? So helped in a lot of things, but that's one of the things. And just keeping focused. But ain't no hoe in my blood.
Okay. But on top, boy, you actually mentioned that you gotta be a baddie to stay in Malay.
You come to one, ain't no false claims.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the studio with Mary Chains. I attend the funeral for my pain. The future's bright, I want more bands.
Okay.
Shorty talking.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
gotta keep them flows coming.
Actually, your songs, you are you just a rapper, or you're versatile?
I'm versatile. Swish got all the styles. I like just something that sounds good. You know what I mean? It's one of the other things I used to do just in my room. I would just like sit down sometimes and imagine like how would like Chris Brown sing a song on this beat, and that would be like I'm writing a song for Chris Brown, and then if I'm singing it, it's gonna sound different because I'm not trying to sound like him. I'm trying to sound like me. But those are some of the songs that never came out. Maybe the books are lost because this is like from way back. I've like stacks on stacks. Just that I used to do that every time, all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And your song Doro. It's actually a different sound. It's a different sound.
Yeah.
Okay. What inspired this song?
So uh, a lot of, in fact, no one will know this. Just a few people will know this, but that song started off as "Man go loco, head if you why you loco." Started like "Man go loco, made a few men watch them showboats in the club, not solo, in the club, need lolo. Man go loco, made a little money watch him showboats in the club, not solo, in the club, need lolo."
Okay.
And then I wanted to paint a picture that sometimes, you as a man or as just a person, you might rush to get that money and then you rush on to do something that's like stupid. Then tomorrow morning, you're like, yo, where did that money? All that. So when I was in that club, I was like, yo, I'm not trying to make it sound like that. I'm not like trying to make it sound like a lesson or make it sound like it's a vibe.
Okay. Okay.
So I changed it to "In the club, not solo. In the club, need Lolo.
Okay.
In the club, not solo. In the club, need Lolo." Just like that all the time, so that it's like a vibe. You're like, yo. In fact, if you win, you gotta celebrate. But I ain't trying to preach all the time that look, be on the best. Sometimes you gotta celebrate, and when you're celebrating, put on that song. If you do drink,
Okay. Yeah.
put on that song.
That's my next question.
If you do drink, put on that song.
Sure. On a scale of 1 to 10,
Yeah.
how much do you love clubbing?
I say it's a 3.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. All right. And this next question goes like this.
Yeah.
If money wasn't a factor,
Um.
what would you do with your time?
I write music all the time, and find some time to give back to the community. I love that because like I need those. Not to say I need those, but you need those interactions with people. You know what I mean? You need your family around. You need your lady around. Whoever you love around. You need that around you, and that you need that energy around you. And then you sort of capture that moment and try to predict a future that's like a good future. And sometimes you put it on a paper, then it becomes a song, and then it's like sometimes it can help with like things that are going on, sometimes things you be dealing with. Like when I made Never Sorry, the chorus in December, I was watching it like a lot of plane crashes, like on when you see the news, plane crash this, plane crash that. So I was like, nothing lasts forever, cause nobody lives forever. Still go hard through every endeavor. She pretty, wanna get nearer. For my lady, she pretty, I wanna get nearer. But nothing lasts forever, even to people who lost somebody, it's not easy. Whatever you lost, whoever you love, it's not easy. So, but it doesn't last forever.
Yeah, that's actually one of my favorite songs. Especially the part when you did the voice switching. That was crazy, man. Yeah, I love that.
I was in the zone.
Yeah. You even mentioned you want life's different, so you're a hustler.
Yeah, I'm hustling.
Okay.
One life different.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? One life different. I ain't shy about it. It is what I'm aiming for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
it's what we aiming for.
On the introduction freestyle, the first song, you also mentioned that if it ain't about money, it don't make sense. From the
that
introduction, the get-go, you already mentioned if
that was
it's not
my
about
first
the
track.
money.
No, it's like this is the intro. I'm gonna stamp
Yeah.
what it's about.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And what would you do if you won a lottery, Mr. Money?
Right. So what I would do is but if I tell you now, these are my business strategies. You see what I mean? So I ain't gotta say it, but
Tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
I would, I'll put it in a broad show.
Okay.
I would give back in a way that rotates money.
Okay.
You know, give back to the people in a way that rotates money. So that's like creating more facilities that I think people would use. That's now where the idea comes in.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
Yeah.
But on Doomsday, you already gave us a glimpse of what you want to do. You told us you want to build a house on top of a mountain or hill. Yeah.
That's one of the things.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
A house on the hills.
And I don't remember the song, but you also mentioned that you want a house big enough for the whole nation or something like that. Yeah.
A house big
You've
enough
always
for the whole
mentioned you want
nation.
a big house.
Yeah. And I have in my mind, I know what that big house for a big nation is.
Okay.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
I know what it is. I know what it is. But I had to say it like that.
I think if we keep following your music, we'll actually get we'll get to learn more and more from that.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next part of this is actually the last the last thing. Tell us about your 10 essentials that you can't live without.
Hello everybody, these are my 10 essentials that I can't live without. So guys, it's cold out here. You see these gloves? Bro, early in the morning when you're taking off, the steering will be so cold, bro. And here it's so cold, you know what I mean? It's cold, so cold in British weather. So this is why these gloves are an essential for me, you know. And got a drip, you know what I'm saying? So I got my Air Force Ones fit for every occasion. You know what I mean? Those white Air Force Ones, whenever you're like maybe off from work, you know what I'm saying? You want to do a little quick switch up, you know what I mean? Or you're going on a formal occasion, you know what I mean? Or it's just a lot of things. You're on stage, you want to be comfy, you know. I keep my Air Force Ones just in the boot and on me. I'm wearing them right now, but I know you can't see, but I'm wearing some black Air Force Ones right now. I got this memory stick that's an essential because you know, anytime is inspiration time, and sometimes, you know, I got some like I said here, everything flows. You got some producers who can hit you up like, you know, yo, I'm ready to produce. I just gotta be ready with the fire, and I'm always ready with the fire. So this is where I store it. Then I store it on the main machine. You know what I mean? I got the Bible to represent God. I got the Bible, you know, whatever religion you follow, as long as it makes you good, as long as it makes you one with the people, one love, you know, I support it, you know. Yeah. And then I got these shades. That's my another essential. My next essential. I'm on essential number what? I lost track. That's my next essential. And I like my shades. You know, these are lighter, a little bit lighter for when I'm in darker places. When I'm in lighter places, I wear the black shades, like the one I got on right now.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
I got these headphones, you know what I'm saying, for the music. Gotta keep the headphones on. Oh, gotta keep the headphones on. And I got my car keys. So these car keys, see, got these skeletons on. The skeleton heads. 2 skeleton heads, gifted. And got this water. This water is another essential. Gotta keep hydrated. You know, this is like mint fuel. Like I said, it's so cold. You need some lip therapy. Got the original. You know what I'm saying? It get dry, the wind will be blowing, cold winds. And my phone is my essential. You know, it keeps in contact with who I love, you know. When I'm away, navigation, writing down some quick bars, you know. My lady is my very special essential, you know, keeps the house happy. That's my woman, you know, which brings me to my last essential, you know what I mean, which is, I ain't gonna open it, but this is for the big fellas, you know what I mean? Keep a pack of nice condoms with you know what I'm saying, for when you need that quick delivery, you know what I'm saying, that smooth transition, that piping, you know what I'm saying, but always keep protected, you know, and find yourselves the one, you know what I'm saying, don't be dipping all over, but if you do, whenever, with these.
Okay, Swishho. That was fun. Okay, those are your 10 essentials.
Those are my 10 essentials.
Wow, amazing stuff.
Okay.
Okay, so do you have any last words? Anything
last
from
words.
Swishho before we wrap this up?
What I will say is try your best to stay motivated in this life, you know what I'm saying? In everything you do, love whoever's around you, whoever takes the time to be around you, you know. From Swishho, bangers coming.
Okay,
Bangers
okay,
coming.
okay.
Music is on the way, always on the way. You know, I keep like, you ain't even know, but you're gonna get to know. This is the whole process that we're getting through.
Okay.
You're getting to know
All right.
Swishho.
Swishho. Thank you, Swishho.
Pleasure.
Don't forget to
Subscribe, like, share, comment.
at Swishho.
Swishho.
Yeah.
Full gang. Yeah.